Este es el Quaxar Podcast.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to this Quaxar podcast with interesting topics for all of you. Today, we are going to talk about CDPs with Erico Valle, who are already know. He is Chief Operation Officer of Quaxar. Welcome, Eric. How are you?
Good afternoon, Mary. I'm good, and I'm glad to be here with you today, sharing this interesting podcast for all of our listeners.
Thank you very much again for accepting the invitation. And this time to talk about customer data platform. In order to talk about CDPs, we need to talk about first customer data. So my first question is, why is customer data important?
Um, well, as an enterprise, the need to know your customer is really high. Regardless of your industry, success often hinges on the customer experience, and customers continue to raise the bar. Becoming a customer-centric organization requires harnessing all customer data responsibly from every source. This includes capturing customer attributes, interaction, and consent across all channels, and enriching that first-party data with second and third-party demographic and psychographic data to truly understand each customer on an individual basis. These online and offline data sources include web visits, mobile interactions, email, paid media, e-commerce, loyalty apps, in-store POS, CRM platforms, direct mail, backend system, customer support systems, and the list goes on. It's no wonder companies struggle to bring together the vast number of different data sources for a holistic view of each customer. So companies need to turn every bit of customer data into actionable insights and recommendations to delight each customer with personalized engagement every time.
Okay, that was a question to get in context. Let's start for those who are not yet familiar with the topic. Who would you define as CDP and how do they work?
Okay, a CDP is an application that collects and stores customer data from across the organization and multiple channels into a single database for data unification, identity resolution, analysis, and activation. So essentially, a customer data platform is a database often used by marketers and customer experience teams to ingest customer data from relevant platforms, channels, and devices. This includes marketing, products, sales, and support systems to provide a single unified view of your customers or a unified customer profile. Now, the CDP functionality typically includes the following list: data ingestion, ID unification, segmentation, customer data analytics, reporting, and activation. But now let's talk about the four main topics that involves a CDP. The first one is data collection. All start with data collection. A CDP connects to a wide range of systems and data sources across an organization using built-in connectors, SD keys, webhooks, and APIs. It collects all types of data, including profile data and real-time interaction data, which includes behavioral, demographics, and transactional. Campaign data is also stored, product data, customer support data, mobile and device data, and including Internet of Things data. This customer data comes in many formats: structured, unstructured, and semi-structured. And a CDP must integrate these sources to build a single customer profile. Now, the second topic, it is data unification. Once in a CDP, the customer data must be unified into a single customer profile using a process known as customer identity resolution or data unification. Customer identity resolution includes sophisticated algorithms to switch identifiers for multiple systems. During the unification process, customer data is validated, cleaned, deduped to create a single customer profile. The third topic, it is data analysis. A CDP is more than a database to store customer information, and this is very important. The CDP can analyze and segment customer profiles using rules or machine learning, perform predictive scoring, as well as provide journey orchestration. Some customer data platforms enable machine learning and artificial intelligence for advanced predictive analytics. Plus, CDPs make it possible to visualize data through other business intelligence tools with seamless integration. And finally, the data activation. A CDP makes customer data available to other systems for activation, the execution of campaigns and communications that improve customer experiences. Marketers can use the data to personalize website experiences, send targeted emails, provide relevant recommendations, implement retargeting, and much more.
Okay, thanks for the detailed explanation. And now I would like to know why use a CDP and what is it for?
That is a remarkable question. Why do you need a customer data platform? Well, the two most common uses for CDPs are one, personalized customer experience, and two, targeted advertising campaigns. Why? Because you can deliver great customer experiences if you don't have a complete view of your customers and your relationship with them. A CDP's greatest strength is that it helps you get that complete unified customer view and accomplish targeted personalization on a mass scale. So you can provide a great customer experience to each customer efficiently using artificial intelligence, machine learning, and marketing automation. Now, who uses a CDP? A CDP makes customer data available to teams across an organization, allowing optimization of various business processes, which includes audience management, campaign management, customer service and support, product development, and prospecting and sales. B2C companies have been quicker than B2B firms to deploy CDPs, but many B2C and B2B companies are in the process of deploying or plan to deploy a CDP, according to the CDP Institute Member Survey 2020. While it's clear that CDP brings value to an organization, it isn't necessarily for everyone. Your company may not need a CDP if all of your audience management are taking care of a system of record for individual customer profiles, or if your marketing technology stack is limited and you don't have a lot of different technologies capturing customer data and delivering customer experiences, or if your customer data is simple and easy to unify and analyze, or finally, if the personalization is not a requirement or goal for your organization.
The next question, the truth is that researching also made me a lot of noise, and I want to know what is your opinion and what is the difference between a CDP and a CRM?
Well, let me raise the bar here, Marani, and talk about the difference not only between the CDP and CRM. We're going to talk about the difference between CDP, CRM, and DMP. There is often confusion between a customer data platform, which is the CDP, and other marketing and sales technology, specifically the customer relationship management system, which are called CRMs, and the data management platform, which are called DMPs. Before we talk more about CDPs, let's clear up any confusion. So, a customer data platform is a unified customer database that builds rich customer profiles using data collected from systems across the company. It provides these profiles back to this system to improve customer experiences. Now, the Data Management Platform, or DMP, is a solution used by marketers to improve advertising, retargeting campaigns, and media buying. Data collected is primarily anonymous data from cookies, devices, and IP addresses, and it's only stored for a limited time, typically 90 days. So DMP data is often fed into a CDP to improve customer profiles. And finally, a CRM, or a customer relationship management system, is a solution for tracking and managing interaction with prospects and customers. It is primarily a sales tool used for contact management and sales management. Marketing activity can be fed into the CRM through predefined connectors. Most data is user-generated through salespeople entering in contact engagement and sales activity manually. Now, these three solutions sound similar, but have very different capabilities and are used for different purposes. When you look closely, what you see is that these technologies are complementary. A CDP can enrich its customer profiles by ingesting second and third-party data from a DMP. A DMP can ingest CDP customer data to improve ad targeting campaigns. And finally, a CDP can ingest customer data from a CRM system.
Okay, I understand if they are different, but they can work together to improve value. Now, since we know what exactly CDP are and how they work, what are the most valued customer data platform and what are they working on a Quaxar?
Well, like many other cases in the industry, there are several CDP options available out there to select and use. The most known are maybe, I don't know, Bloom Rich Engagement, Treasure Data, Segment, Blue Conic, Blue Shift, 6sense, among others. Now, we in Quaxar are partners of two of the top CDP platforms that are in the industry, Treasure Data and Segment. We usually work with them when some of our clients need to implement a CDP platform for their business. There are some particular advantages that we have using those platforms. We are official partners with both, and we provide very close support in all areas of implementation. Besides, we have a direct access to support people within the platform, which allow us to solve any issue in a short period of time.
Okay, the truth is, talk about CDPs is very interesting. It's work that there probably be many of us don't know, or we have that fear of knowing where to start. But as a conclusion, we can say that the CDPs allowed not only to improve the collection and interpretation of the current collect data, but also to improve the quality of the data collect and the different environments in which the CDP technology is added. I really like the topic, so I think we definitely need to a part two. Very interesting talk about this topic, Eric. Anything else you would like to add?
Well, Marari, I would like to add that the best approach to getting started with a CDP is to implement it in phases. I personally recommend the following 10 steps to get started on the right path. Number 1, define and prioritize your business goal. Number 2, set up your team. In Quaxar, we'll be more than happy to help you. Number 3, identify the use cases you will focus on. Number 4, create an inventory of data sources. Number 5, map out the omnichannel ecosystem. Number 6, map out the data that will be managed. Number 7, identify cross-functional dependencies. Number 8, define security requirements. Number 9, outline governance and compliance requirements. And finally, number 10, start with a proof of concept.
Okay, thank you very much, Eric, for being here on this Quaxar podcast, which is your space. I hope you can join us in another session. This podcast deserves a second part. There are still more topics to be defined, but we will to talk about that later.
No, thanks to you, Merari, for the opportunity to be here with you today. And thanks to all the listeners and fans of this podcast. I'll be looking forward for the next invitation.
And to all of you who made this far, thank you very much for listening. See you in the next podcast. Bye.
Bye.